Hey everyone, and welcome to Bella Fox Checks. Today, I am really excited because I'm going to be trying out sushi on my channel for the very first time. I'm going to be going to a place called Kura Revolving Sushi Bar. And the reason I'm going to this one is because I'm going with someone and it's going to be their first time trying sushi. So I kind of want them to try a little bit of everything. And this place just works perfectly for that, because what they do is that there's a conveyor belt at this location that spins the sushi around, so you're sitting down at your table and the sushi just passes by you, and then you just get the sushi from the plate. And the awesome thing about this place is that they give you little portions. So if you order like a California roll, for example, usually you get like 8 to 10 pieces, and at this place they give you half. So you might get maybe 4 pieces of California roll, which is awesome because if you're going with someone, you can taste a little bit of everything without having to order like the whole entire roll. So that's one of the reasons I'm going to this location. I have come to one of these in the past. This is actually kind of like a chain. They have a couple of these restaurants all over LA. So I have come to this place before and I do know it's gonna be pretty good. So I am excited about this. I actually haven't eaten sushi in a really long time. So I am excited to be eating some today and I can't wait to get there. The Instagram page for the restaurant is KuraSushi_USA, and they have over 37,000 followers. And let's take a look at the last 3 posts that they put. And this right here is some crispy chicken, and it does look pretty good. This over here is a variety of a bunch of different sushis. I see salmon, I see shrimp, and lots more. And then finally, we got this thing called hamachi tataki with Ponzi oil, and this thing does look pretty good. I've never tried it, but it does look like something I would want to try out. I am really excited today because I find myself in Brea, California. I do come to Orange County a lot, but I've actually never been to Brea, California. So this side of town is brand new to me, and I'm super excited because I also got to check out the Brea Mall. So before coming to this sushi spot, I just looked it up online, but I didn't know that the sushi restaurant was inside of the mall. So it was actually kind of a pleasant surprise because I actually got to walk around the mall and check out all the different stores that was here. I got to see the Tesla store, the Rolex store, and a lot more awesome places. But unfortunately, because I am going to the movie theater after I am done eating, I am short on time, so I can't explore the whole mall. But I do want to come back to the Brea Mall because it did look like it had a lot to offer and a lot to see. But this is actually where the restaurant is located at. They do have their own separate entrance outside of the mall, and if you download the Kura app, you can actually get on the wait list before you get to the restaurant. That way you can kind of cut ahead of people that come here, right? So I mean, not that I want you to cut, but it's just kind of like an insider tip, right? Because you're watching my video, I do tell you that. But this is how the restaurant looks, you guys. As you guys can see, you can already see the conveyor belt spinning in the middle of the restaurant, and right here it says that the little plastic on top protects the sushi. And when you sit down, this is how everything looks. So you sit down at the restaurant and there's a conveyor belt and you get your sushi. So as you guys can see, this right here was salmon, and I do want to review every single piece of salmon that I try, but it's just gonna be a lot, right? So I'm just gonna give you my general grade at the end of the video. Usually I review everything I eat, but this time I'll just do a general overview. If you don't want to get your sushi from the conveyor belt, they actually have this little iPad on the top of your table where you're sitting at, and you can actually order your sushi to be made fresh on the spot. And this is just in case like you don't feel good about getting like the sushi from the conveyor belt because you think it's not fresh. You can have it made fresh on the spot. But then again, you guys, I'll be honest, all the sushi that's on the conveyor belt is pretty fresh because there's so many people that come to this restaurant that they're constantly getting the plates from the conveyor belt. So the chefs in the back are always making the sushi, so it's always fresh, right? So right here is the rainbow roll, and it was actually really good. I enjoyed it. I also got some California rolls because my friend wanted some, but I'll be honest, I didn't really like the California rolls because they were kind of basic. But then again, that's how California rolls are, right? Here is the Kura roll, and the Kura roll was really good. I did like it because it had salmon at the top. I'm a big fan of salmon, so if any sushi has a little bit of salmon on it, I am gonna love it. But the this sushi roll was really good and I enjoyed it. Of course, it's a California roll basically, but it has a little salmon piece at the top. And like I told you guys, I did order some fresh sushi to be made from the iPad. And when you order it, it actually arrives on top of where the conveyor belt is at. As you guys saw, I did pull these plates from the top of where the conveyor belt was at, and that's because that was freshly made sushi. And once you're done eating, you do put your plates in this little tray right there, and that is what counts your plates, and that's how they charge you, right? For every plate that you put down there, they charge you like $3. So that's how your bill is added up, right? But this is the conveyor belt. As you guys saw, there was no sushi there. And here is something called aburi salmon with miso cream cheese. And I wanted to try this because it had salmon and it was warm and it had some cream cheese. So I kind of wanted to see how it tasted. And I'll be honest, it did have like a little weird taste. I think the cream cheese just didn't go good with the salmon, but it was still pretty good to try out.
I love salmon. Salmon's my favorite.
And if you're a person that loves sushi, you're really gonna love this restaurant, because honestly, this restaurant is for every sushi lover out there. Like, can you imagine just sitting down in your chair and like a bunch of sushi just passing by you and you just get to grab it whenever you want? Honestly, this is every sushi lover's dream. But this is a spicy popcorn shrimp and it was honestly pretty good also. But I do have a confession to make about the sushi from this restaurant, which I will tell you guys towards the end of the video. And here goes some more salmon, you guys. Anything that has salmon on it, I just had to get it because I love salmon and I love to try anything with salmon, and this did not disappoint. And here goes something new that I'm trying. It's called the unami oil seared beef, and one of the reasons why I got this was because usually like sushi has seafood, but this sushi right here had beef, so I wanted to try it out, but I wasn't a big fan of it.
This is with the beef sushi. When you come to sushi but you're eating beef.
And here goes the shrimp with some rice. And of course, this is one of the cool things about sushi, you guys. I do like the way seafood tastes with rice. There's just something about like shrimp with rice, salmon with rice that just tastes really, really good, right? But here goes something new that I also tried. It was called dashi olive sweet shrimp, and I didn't really like it, unfortunately. It had like a weird taste. Like, it said it was sweet, but it tasted sour, and I'm not sure if that was the way it was supposed to taste like. But again, this is one of the cool things that I like about this place, is that because you get small portions of the sushi, you're able to try a lot of different things, and if you don't like it, it's fine, because you only get like 1 or 2 or 3 pieces of the sushi. And again, this is how the restaurant looks, you guys. It's really nice and I enjoyed it. And at this point, you guys, I was full and it's time to go to the movie theater. And of course, you guys know I love coming to the AMC movie theater, because not only am I a stockholder, but I love the movies. And today I did see this movie called Don't Breathe 2. I didn't see number 1, but I am gonna see number 2. And number 2 was really interesting. I did like all the action that it had. This movie had a lot of gun shooting, a lot of fighting, and a lot of suspense. So I did like it. It's about this guy who's blind, and there's these intruders who come into his house, and a lot of bad stuff happens. So I did like the movie. It was interesting. I would rate it like a 4 out of 5, because honestly, like, it kept me interested and I wanted to know what was gonna happen next, right? On Yelp, Kura Revolving Sushi Bar has 3.5 stars with 611 reviews, and I agree with the rating that this place has. Me personally, I'm gonna be giving this place a 4 out of 5, but let me explain why I'm giving this place a 4. So as far as the quality of the food is concerned, I give it a 3. The food here gets a 3 out of 5 because the sushi here is not the greatest quality ever, but it's not the worst. It's just right. It's in the middle. So the reason that this place is getting a 4 is really because of the pricing. You saw every plate that you get here is $3. So right here is what we in the Hispanic community would call bonito y barato, which is basically nice and cheap. So at this place, you're getting cheap sushi at a cheap price, which is why every plate costs $3. So of course, this place gets a 4 because of the pricing. I think that the pricing here is really cheap compared to other sushi spots. You're not getting the greatest quality sushi, but it's not the worst either, because I've had much worse that is much more expensive. So this place is really nice if you're on a budget, if you're on a date, if you want some sushi but you don't want to drop a lot of money on it, right? So this place is pretty cool. Do I like coming here? Yes, I do, because there's times where I want to eat sushi and I don't have a lot of money. Am I gonna come back here again? I will come back here again because it's cheap and you get to eat sushi at a good price. Would I recommend that you come eat here? Of course, yeah, because you're getting cheap sushi at a good price. Is it the best quality sushi? It's not the best sushi in the world, but it's cheap, so that's why it's getting a 4. And if you enjoyed this video, you guys, make sure you hit that delicious like button down below because it helps me out a lot. And if you want to keep going on some awesome adventures with me, make sure to subscribe. I post new videos every single week showing you guys some awesome places you're going to want to check out. This was Della Fox Checks, and I approve of Kura Revolving Sushi Bar.